So one night I had a dream about my brother. We were getting gas in my car and he just seemed depressed and I didn't know what was going on. So I kind of lightly slapped him and I said, "Snap out of it." At this point, a man had walked up to the front of the car. He looked to my brother and he said, "Daddy sees you." And so at this point, I walk up to the front of the car realizing who it is. And when I get up to him, he transforms into Jesus and he smiles at me and then looks back at my brother, and they walk into the convenience store. And I look over and my brother's laying on the ground and this man's just speaking into him. And after that, my brother walks back to me and he's full of joy again and he says, "I found Jesus." Fast forward 3 months to December 15th, 2017. I'm at a friend's house and we're just kind of celebrating the end of the semester. And I just felt a little uneasy, but I didn't know what it was. So after the party, I go back home and I'm getting ready for bed, but I get a text from my brother saying, "Hey, are you up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" He texts me, "Can you take me to the hospital?" So I immediately get in my car and I'm heading there. And I look down and I realize that I need gas. And I was immediately reminded of that vision that I'd had 3 months ago. So I stopped at the gas station and it was the exact same gas station that was in my vision. So at this point I'm praying, I'm like, "Lord, okay, I know that you're in it, so just help me discern what's going on." And I go and pick him up and he's just really quiet and still, and there was this nothingness that I felt. So we go and get to the hospital and he writes down considering suicide. We go to sit down and I excuse myself to the bathroom, but I'm actually trying to get a hold of my parents and tell them that they need to get up here. I don't know what you need to do, but you need to get up here fast. And they're like, "Okay." Well, they call me saying that they're on their way. And at this time, my brother gets called back and he doesn't want me in there. So I'm just sitting in the waiting room, just praying to the Lord, like, "I know you're here. I know that you know all things." So I kept praying peace over my brother, that things would work out for him. And he comes back. We're immediately sent to a room. The psychologist comes in and talks to him. They're in there for a good 30, 45 minutes. And he walks out and kind of talks to me. He's like, "He's gonna be okay. Y'all will be released in probably 30 minutes to an hour." And I get a call from my parents saying that they're here. So I walk into his room and I tell him, "Okay, so Mom and Dad are here." And he kind of starts to freak out. I'm like, "You don't have to see them, it's okay." And he's like, "No, I don't want to see them." So I go meet my parents out and I'm like, "He doesn't want to see you." And they kind of were like, "Well, okay, that's okay." But the psychologist ends up walking out and meeting us there. So he led us into his office and he started explaining to us what had actually happened to my older brother. He said there were 3 containers that he had lost. So the 3 containers were, he had just graduated college, so he really didn't have a day-to-day purpose after that. And his girlfriend had just broken up with him. And so because of that, he fell into this stage of depression that really just kind of plummeted his life, and he just had no purpose. He had no girlfriend to actually kind of comfort him, and because of that, he lost his faith. So he leads us into the room and we just start loving on my older brother, letting it be known to him that he is loved as a person. So fast forward to Easter, my parents come up to attend my church and my brother tags along with them, and I told them to go to our North Campus because our family friend that was a pastor at that church was preaching there. And so I'm working at the South Campus and I got to hear the sermon before any of the other churches did. And I was immediately reminded of that vision yet again. So I called my mom and it's like, "It's happening today." And we meet up for lunch after they had gone to the service, and I could immediately already tell that my brother was full of joy again. This event really helped strengthen my relationship with God, and the fact that I had to put all of my trust into Him, knowing that everything was going to be okay, and that He is Jehovah El Roy, the God who sees everything.